Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
The Daily Compliance News for June 24, 2025. The Questions, and More Questions edition. And we begin with several questions, starting with the U.S. has urged Americans to exercise caution. What's going on? Well, guess what? Because of the Trump administration, Americans are now hated overseas, and you're liable to have problems as the State Department issued a worldwide security alert for demonstrations against U.S. citizens abroad. Now, this may be in retaliation for the Trump administration's attack on visitors to the United States, but it certainly is going to be a disruption to travel and a very difficult time for the travel industry because of both the Trump administration's, as I said, attack on tourists in America, plus now American tourists abroad. Next up, from the Wall Street Journal. One man had over 100 unsuccessful job applications. What on earth is going on? And he wondered, is there an algorithm that is preventing him from getting past the bots? Even in a standard bell curve, it doesn't make sense that there's a 100% rate, says Derek Mobley, who's suing Workday, claiming its hiring algorithm discriminated against him based on his age, race, and disabilities. Well, it's pretty clear that something's going on. If you put in 100 job applications and now you don't even get any callbacks, so Workday, with its large platform for helping companies hire, says that it is a difficult time for employees. So is the algorithm at fault? Well, I think we all know the answer to that is probably yes. Next up, from the Financial Times. Many companies have said they want employees to return to the office. Well, what happens when the boss doesn't want to return to the office? And when top executives work remotely, well, it becomes more difficult to drag everyone else back to their desks. So what do? That's the problem. Even in the United States government, our director of the FBI wants to live in Las Vegas and work remotely, yet he wants everybody in the office wherever the FBI headquarters may be. So if you're going to order employees to return back to the office, you really need to lead the way as a leader. And our final story comes to us from the Globe and Mail, one of the top Canadian newspapers, which asks the question, are Canadian companies at risk as the U.S. waters down anti-corruption efforts? Now, some might say that they have abandoned their effort to engage in anti-corruption, and that there may be some truth to that, but we do know the DOJ has released new guidelines regarding FCPA investigation and enforcement. Of course, there's no proof of any of this, as we've had no investigations or enforcement actions announced under the new administration. Nevertheless, what will happen to Canadian companies? Will additional pressure be put on them? How will they handle that? All good questions, and the Globe and Mail has asked many of them. So, lots of questions today, unfortunately, no answers.
The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.